Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Obey. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room this week, taking a look at what I got going on. I had a few things that I found at the store this week, and I had a bunch of stuff show up in the mail today, and I thought I'd show you what I got. But in the midst of that, it really reminded me the stuff we get and the stuff we buy, for me anyway, usually gets linked, or a lot of it does, gets linked to certain people and certain events. So like, I remember the last time my ex-wife and I went to Walmart together and bought an action figure together. It was a Rhea Ripley WWE Elite. And that was the last shopping trip we did together. We parted on terms there. But I remember the comics that I bought the week that my dog died. Hudson, my little beagle. So like, it was a bunch of Wolverine comics from a thrift store. I remember events and people by some of the stuff that was around at the time. I can remember the infamous Christmas/birthday combination where I finally got a Technodrome from Ninja Turtles line. That was a big deal. I can remember every action figure that my stepdaughter Felicia ever bought me. I can remember the shop owners at stores that I bought stuff from. Many of whom have passed away through the years. Just guys that I met, knew, and liked. And it was the stuff, every time you look at that stuff, or, I think of a giant Godzilla figure I have. Every time I see that, I think of this pawn shop owner from Superior, Nebraska, who is, I believe, long since passed away. But that's who I bought it from. And I always think of that guy. Every time I see that, I'm just reminded of it. So this week, it's been a pretty sad week. My sister has passed away this week, and I'll be going to the funeral next week. But that also means all of the stuff I bought this week will kind of forever be tied to that event, to that person in my life. So I'm going to look at what I got here, and it's just kind of a big haul. It's larger than average for me. But it's stuff that I'm going to think of my sister now every time. I used to, every time Mario 2 and All for Love by Color Me Bad would come on, I think of my sister, because playing Mario 2 on a little 12-inch black and white TV in the 80s and listening to the music that she had on, that was a blast. However, this stuff is gonna be more marked with that. First off, we got Gen X. And of course, Emma Frost is related to Gen X. These are Marvel Legends. I can't hardly buy these. This is awful. Look at that. Listen to it. It's terrible. But anyway, these I picked up at GameStop this week. They're too much money. I cannot bring myself to buy these anymore. This figure is one I've wanted a long time. This character actually always kind of reminded me of my sister a lot. But I got this Emma Frost and this Monette St. Croix. Also a figure that I've always kind of wondered why we didn't have. So I picked those up, couldn't say no, even though it was more than I wanted to spend. And it was hard buy for me. It just was. Also picked up another Sasha Banks. This one's an Elite. I have more videos on the way of the 5 action figure reviews. They're not really reviews. They're more just like 5 action figures. I have a lot of Sasha Banks figures, and I'm looking forward to doing a video of all just those. As far as other stuff I picked up this week, I had a stack of comics show up. I'll show you the whole stack. I got this whole stack for $15. It was $10 for the books and $5 for shipping. That's all he wanted, but I got those. Comes with Jim Rugg's Incredible Hulk Madness, which I'm excited about. That I will feature in a video. Predator #1, pretty interesting looking one from Marvel. Most of those used to be from Dark Horse. I got the complete Coyote miniseries in this set, which I'm not familiar with, but I got it. It's an Eclipse book. You know I love, oh no, these are epic. I love obscure stuff like this, so I'm pretty excited to have that. Jezebel Jade, number 3, which I'm not familiar with at all, but features Race Bannon. So it must be something to do with Johnny Quest. I don't know, it was just in the pile. Aztec Ace, number 1, which I already have. But it was in the stack. I wasn't gonna say no. I got some stuff. It amazes me how many miniseries and complete runs there were. Spiral Path, number 1 and 2. Not a comic I'm familiar with, but to have the set involved in this and a bunch of first issues, I was thrilled. This is Renegade Press, Eternity Smith. Not familiar with it, but that's why I'm interested. Venture Comics, number 1 and 2 from AC. I think I have these, and I always love AC Comics. But, yeah, 1 and 2. That's good. I got a few different things here. Let me flip some books. I got Samurai number 1. This is from Aracel. This is an old Aracel comic. I got the first and second and only issues of Scorpio Rose, which I think I already have. I'm almost positive I still have them. Although I did sell a lot of comics, so it's hard to tell what I still have and what I don't. Mike Barron's Group LaRue from Innovation Comics. Have not heard of that. Do have a few innovations that I picked up through the years. Don't think I currently have any in the boxes. Total Eclipse, the Seraphim Object. It's an Eclipse comic. I love Eclipse. DN Agents number 13, also an Eclipse. No, there was like almost no mainstream books in here, and I love that. This is an Eternity Comics Ninja number 1. Very cool. Another AC Comics Star Force 6 special number 1. Not a book I'd ever heard of, but I always grab AC Comics when I can. Just always do. They threw in Strawman Johnson Tribe. I don't know. I've seen this book a lot. I used to have a bunch of it. They threw in a free copy of that for chrome foil cover. I also got Dark Horse Comics The American number 2. Number 3. And also number 4. Out of that lot, and like I said, that lot was cheap, but a nice stack of books. As far as other stuff I picked up, I had one other pile of comics come in. Just 4 comics, but do take a look at how thick that stack is for 4 comics. I was very impressed. These are FemForce Comics, number 151, and these are double-sided, like double thick books. They're very, very thick. Massively thick for a single comic. They're almost like a trade paperback, every single one of them. They also have $9.95 cover prices, which is really pricey. But it is a phase they were going through in... When were they doing this? 2010? Something like that. So they were cranking those out. I got 4 of them. I got 151, 154, which is oddly enough a little bit smaller than the others. It also features Garganturama on the back, which is cool. It's super thick. Another one which also fluctuates even differently in size than the last one. FemForce Comics were weird. Like this one is even smaller, but it's FemForce number 160. And it also features the Stormy Tempest movie on the back. If you didn't know, they made a lot of FemForce films. Low budget, no budget, straight to video stuff. Very tempting to check out just because I love low budget camp films and stuff like that. And then I got FemForce 177, also a mega thick flip book with the Atomic Blonde on the back. And I mean, I didn't have to pay cover price for these, but that is a thick stack of books. So that is what I got this week, and that is what I have going on this week. And it is very sad, and I'm gonna remember this stuff. This stuff is gonna be the stuff that I'm gonna remember. Every time I look at it, I'm gonna remember this week. And that's gonna be a good thing. I'm gonna make it a good thing. I've had a lot of stuff like that reminds me of people, and this Emma Frost, every time I see it on my shelf, it's gonna remind me of my sister. She almost did anyway. Love you, sis. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you all later. This is my story. That's my story. So appreciate your views. I'll catch you guys later.